What would you be, Sam?
Usually.
Ricicles.
Yeah, so, who are you guys? Who are we?
The members of the band Minister.
And what do you all play?
I
Sam
play the
Bentley?
bass guitar.
Dan Hannah?
I play the words that you can scribble on your wall.
Saying something like, and the guitar, yes?
Yeah, I play guitar and vocals.
So you're the Whoop-Tang
And
player?
I play the drums, yeah.
The drums?
That's right.
Okay, so tell me about the new EP coming out. What are your feelings towards it? Other than it's terribly produced. It's just...
No, it's sounding good. Seeing as like we've been working on a shoestring budget of £0, 0 pence, basically, except maybe a couple of pounds spent on guitar strings. It's sounding pretty good. Really hyped for it because we spent a lot of time recording it, but we've also made sure it does flow really well.
What do you think, like, compared to the previous EP as Ivy League?
I think because of how we're recording it and the program and how we're actually making sure we're listening to it properly, it sounds more, it's got more continuity to it. The other one, because where we would record other songs on like the original EP, it would sound, because we'd record it at different times, it just sounded like we recorded it in like studios from like years apart.
Yeah.
It sounded.
Do you feel like it benefited you that the producer wasn't constantly drunk this time?
Yes.
Yeah, so how was the recording for it? Did you find it better, worse? How was it? Was it fun?
I
Tell me
found
about
it efficient.
Efficient?
Yeah.
How did you find it?
Efficiency is the word.
Efficiency is the word.
We ran it.
Efficient and comfortable.
Exactly.
Comfortable. Did I make you feel comfortable?
I think so, yeah.
Brilliant.
You use a plus with alcohol.
So alcohol is the trick.
The thigh
to-
massage has got us in good as well.
I think because you understand what we're going for,
Yeah.
Being a part of the band.
being part of the band, but also because you generally get me, and you sort of, we could just sit down and like, okay, we want it more like this, we want it more like this, and like,
Yeah. And
yeah, and
you
like,
feel that that myself knowing you personally benefits because we have an understanding with each other.
yeah, but it's not just that. It's like if I say it should be more like this, blah blah blah, you'd understand, even though I'd be using stupid terms like I want a buka there, and no one knows what a buka is.
Can you explain what a buka is?
A buka is a bass snare, but
Yeah. Okay, so your chief songwriter, what was your main influence?
for the EP.
Yes.
It's to do. I think the main influence for the EP is the subject itself.
Which
And-
is
No, no,
epic beards.
the subject itself is to do with sort of the idea of. I guess it would be without something really gay and emo. Hope, because you know you have this sort of, because all the songs are like, yeah, you could be going through a really shit part of your life right now, but you have had some awesome times, and there's more awesome times. There can be more awesome times to come, and it's like, even if it seems like the worst time in your life, just
Understand there's more awesome things to come, basically. Yeah. So it is all about hope for the future.
Yeah. Well, no, hope for the future and remembering the past and the good times we've had. You know?
Fair enough. Sam, what was like your influences for your bass parts? Do you have a particular influence, or are you just going with the flow?
It's just what I feel sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Sam part duh. What was your influence?
I was sent some songs to learn, and I just pretty much jammed out what the sample drums were and changed a few fills, and that was about it.
Fair enough. Okay, each of your favourite songs from the new EP.
Esther.
Done.
I'm probably going to say Esther as well.
Sam?
I'd probably say Churches.
Esther's the last song, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
definitely
last.
Esther.
Actually, no, I like Polar as well. It's odd. It's like a toss-up. They were both written and recorded at the same time. And
They're very similar, aren't
They
they?
are basically, in my mind, they're like the same. They're like brother and sister. So
Yeah, one pretty much at the beginning, one at the end. My personal favourite is Basements because of the energy
yeah,
and the fact it was like the song that led to the EP
yeah.
and has been played on the radio many times. And yeah, talk about radio play.
Twice. Well, no,
More than
because-
twice, I think.
Yeah,
Is it?
I don't know. It's strange because like you'll get played on the radio once, and then other like podcasts and radios and stuff will pick up the song as well, and so then like without even realising, we'll just be searching. We'll be doing like being really egotistical and looking up the band. Like, oh look, we've featured on this podcast here. It's like it's odd, but you know, I think BBC introducing helps a lot because you know as soon as we upload a song, they'll literally play it and like they're good to us.
Yeah. So you feel you've got a good like rapport with them.
Yeah.
Okay. A subject I know we haven't really talked about overly, but when is it being released?
It's supposed to be released next week, but I think we still need to do a bit more press before we can actually release it.
Okay, so rough date.
I have no idea. Like literally, is because we've had some technical faults with it.
Yeah, what were the technical issues?
The technical issues are that we were using a really haggard drum kit at the time. Like, it doesn't matter how good you're playing if the drum kit's haggard.
Going back to the budget.
Yeah,
Really?
going back to the budget, the drum kit was pretty haggard, so we weren't getting the greatest sound. So what should have taken like a day or two to sort out, it took us about a week, which pushed. I know it only sounds like it's an extra like 5 days or something, but it does push everything back a lot because we've had to go back and sort out drums with I can't remember what's it called when you put the drums over the top.
Sample.
Drum replacement.
Drum replacement. We've had to do drum replacements, but it's still a learning curve because now we know that you should always get decent skins, decent drums and stuff. No matter how like DIY everything is, like the drums can change the whole sound of the song.
Yeah, it's quite. How did you feel like the influence of the drums were? Because I knew you were quite disheartened when you heard the snare and the kick on Esther and Polar because they just weren't cutting through right.
Yeah, it just felt like it changed the whole song. So.
But then as soon as the sample came in, you felt a lot better.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I don't know if you
Yes.
actually did you
Yes.
hear it with the
Sam did.
drums?
I know Sam did.
Yeah, there was a lot of like the snare, the skin on the snare stood out because it was like not tuned or just old and or just completely buggered. So
Yeah.
it was like
New skins needed.
duh. So it has to be pitch shifted.
It sounded
Like-
as bad as like hip hop songs from the 90s.
What, like an 808?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the future plan for Minster?
Good drum play shows.
So basically the musician's life. Yeah? Okay. Oh, right, thank you very much.
Good evening.